Let's see what the headlines are saying this morning.
Hot and fresh off the press, these are the front pages.
We have the Vanguard, the Guardian, the Punch, the Nation, and the Daily Trust for you today. Please note that these headlines are only read as published according to the guidelines of these various media outlets and have got nothing to do with Nigeria Info. So ensure that in your reactions you have the facts, details, and you've read the body of the text, not just the headline itself. Let's get started with what the Vanguard has got. Economic reforms not to punish Nigerians but to avert collapse, says Tinubu. Shaware blasts Peter Obi for gaslighting Nigerians who protested against Jonathan's government. Iron Rod Distributors Union tasks federal government to ensure standardization of commodities in Nigerian first policy. Anambra unveils iconic National Tourism Tower. Confusion trails suspected kidnap of 18 passengers in Kogi. Monarch, another killed as armed headers invade Otukpo again. Alleged $42,591 fraud, businessman's arraignment stalled. Army nabs 4 terrorists recover ammunition in Taraba State. AFCC arrests 47 suspected internet fraudsters in Kwara. Labour Party next suspends Abure Farouk for 6 months. ABGA adopts Tinubu for 2027 presidential election. Let's move on now to what the Guardian has got. Anambra ABGA, Obi's kinsman, endorsed Tinubu for second term. Senate passes tax reform bills, meets reps for final draft. I will not step down for false allegations, says Akpabio. Usman-led Labour Party committee suspends Abure Farouk for 6 months. Great collapse. 4 trillion naira debt stall Nigeria's transition to competitive market. Assembly crisis. House of Reps issues Benue, Zamfara governors a week ultimatum. Insecurity. Nigeria will change when leaders are ready, says expert. APC slams Utomi for likening Nigeria's democracy to Hitler's Nazi Germany. Senate passes tax reform bills, sets VAT at 7.5%. 4 siblings die of suspected food poisoning in Anambra. All these and more on The Guardian. Let's move on now to The Punch. Refitting and repainting newly acquired presidential jet flown to South Africa. The writer right here says Tinubu using leased aircraft for foreign local travels. Tinubu, Trump, world leaders congratulate American Pope. 2027, Almakura, Masari mobilize CPC block for Tinubu. Nigeria taps additional $215 million World Bank loan for palliatives. Marketers warn federal government against hasty fuel import ban. UK police recover Nigerian teenagers' corpse inside lake. Labour Party vows to defeat APC in Lagos local government poll. Labour Party crisis. Akpabio taunts Obi as OT demands Abure's arrest. Wigwe, U.S. helicopter firm may face criminal charges. DHQ links foreign headsmen to Benue Plateau killings. Let's move on now to The Nation. Senate, House to reconcile differences in tax reform bills. Lagos extends removal notice to owners of structures on river setback. Gateway Cargo Airport has most advanced technology, says Ogun government. Abia Airport host community fears loss of ancestral land. Tinubu, we are wrestling down economic monsters. All these and more on The Nation. And our final stop is the Daily Trust. No decision yet on Abure, Ayawu, INEC. Queen Amina Old students commend Ubasani over land revocation. Shehu Sani, if coalition fails, Tinubu's re-election done deal. 200,000 Nigerians die annually from food-related diseases. That's according to the federal government. Governor Rada at National Assembly as 3 Katsina PDP reps defects to APC. One-party state dangerous for Nigeria. Jonathan. Insecurity. Minister. National Assembly defer. Kanu showcases talent, empowers adolescent girls using sports. First ever electric cars launched in Benue. Tinubu pledges to reintegrate Anambra to National Rail Master Plan. All these and more on the Daily Trust today. We're streaming live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info. Abuja can go onto those platforms right now to watch the show live and be a part of the conversation. The WhatsApp number is 080-9993-0137. You can record a voice note. Please keep it under 90 seconds. That is 1 minute 30 seconds. If you call in, please keep to the same time as well. We'll go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll get to your reactions to the headlines this morning.
This is Morning Crossfire.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
APGA as a party, has partially defected because now they are supporting the president. So it's like they've aligned with the president, which means most of their members now, some of them will definitely defect to APC. See the leader of the party, the national leader, from his user word, Governor Soludo, have announced that they are supporting the president.
Well, the state,
so
what is
leader,
left? Not the national leader. But go on.
He said so. He's the most. The APGA does not have any other governor. So he's the national leader. He said that he's the national leader because he's the most senior in that party. Who else is more distant than him? He's the governor. Just like a Labour Party, the Osman Nanedi faction. The leader P2B is because he's the contested as presidential distant. So I'm saying Nigeria should not allow this to happen, because if it happens, opposition is very, very important in growing democracy, especially a nascent democracy as Nigeria.
All right.
It's very important. Thank you.
Right, Jamaica, thank you. Good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Itodo. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Welcome.
This is Abakar calling you from Gwagwalada.
Go ahead.
No living Nigeria president who turned to his visit into political issue. The president is abusing constitution, turning state visit to political campaign. But it will not save. It will not save. Yesterday I watched the Mr. President's state visit to Anambra. When the Governor Charles Itodo made that proclamation, it did not elicit ovation, the loudest ovation among those who witnessed the occasion. So we are moving towards 2027. There is no difference from state function and political campaign. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Thomas, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
You are always on black. I was watching you, black face, black cardigan, black everything. You, ba.
Yes.
My name is Mrs. Summers. The tango is Friday.
Indeed.
Our sis Angel, we miss you. Rise to wisdom. I don't have my mic. I didn't say anything. Now the voice, I will tactically pass my message. You understand? We miss you. He's laughing.
Right.
The voice.
Yes.
Because we talked about insecurity, I want to revolve it to what's happening in my area in Buari.
Okay. Are you there? Hello. All right, something has happened to your connection. Do all to call back. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Good morning.
Your device is on. Move away from it, please, so we can hear you clearly.
All right. My take, my name is Lukman calling from Zaman.
Go ahead. Move on.
My take is on the Professor Soludo, a well-respected Nigeria. I respect him so much for the impact he made when he was CBN governor in repositioning the banking sector. He risked his life despite all threats. But nevertheless, he seems to be a sympathizer of this Nigerian president for long. In the last election, he was telling him that he should stop the Nzobu kind of politics. That's what I know that, and he was always antagonizing Peter Obi. So I wasn't surprised yesterday when he came out and said that they are throwing their weights behind the man. But nonetheless, the APGA is only, it's not that a national party. I think it's only strong in Anambra State. And the Igbo people, they are so egalitarian, you cannot push them around like that. They have their minds. I believe strongly in them in that regard. So Nigerians should not shake. 2027, it is the people have their eyes. They know what they are going through. So Tinubu, he can lobby around all he's an elite-based politician.
All right.
He doesn't believe in grassroots politics. So he can lobby all the lawmakers and the government of Nigeria. He will lose. I am very, very certain of that.
All right.
That's what I know. Thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts right there, Lukman. Many have shared their thoughts and reactions to the governor of Anambra State endorsing on behalf of APGA Party the president for the 2027 re-election bid if it decides to contest eventually, because there's been no formal announcement. And, he's over time stated that when it's time, he would make his intentions known. He's focused on his 4 years right now. But many are also attributing what the governor did, to the fact that he is also seeking re-election. He might be of a different party, but he's maybe trying to take advantage of the president's influence by the visit in the states to ensure that he warms up to candidates or voters, rather, who are undecided on the option to go. Well, we'll see how this plays out, and if indeed that those are his intentions, in good time. Let's get back to your thoughts. We're streaming live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. You can go onto those platforms to watch the show live and be a part of the conversation. We'll run through some of your messages right now before we check out what is happening on the WhatsApp front. Chinonso Akuriene, watching from Yanya, says, why wouldn't Akpabio step down? What made him defect to the APC? Questions been asked there. And Unma Olebara in Owerri said, Southern Nigeria is blessed with both human and natural resources, still struggling with governance, and majority of its citizens are wallowing in poverty. Sad that our heroes are gone and their ideals abandoned. We have squandered the labor of our heroes past and must go back to the covenant and vision of Nigeria's founding fathers, purge ourselves of evil and rebuild this nation. God will mend our broken hearts if we give him the broken pieces. Good morning, Oshioke Pedro. And Oyewole Fatuna says, Robert Prevost, 69, from Chicago, becomes the first American Pope, Pope Leo the 14th. Bringing emotion to the Vatican balcony. A centrist with progressive views on social issues, he echoes Pope Francis in embracing the marginalized. Congratulations to the Pope, Catholic faithfuls, and the USA. Meanwhile, Nigeria facing rising discontent with the APC's dominance. The party has failed to ease hardship and defections, added little value. A one-party state is unrealistic, even within APC. Dissent proves opposition is essential for democracy. Also, Francis and Namani, thank God it's Friday. Nigeria must revert to agriculture as her mainstay, while government should provide an enabling environment to boost production and mitigate hunger in the country. Moazu John Lasisi from Jigobari says, economics reformed not meant to punish Nigeria. Then I don't know what it's meant for. When we are suffering from day one till now and no relief in sight, it's like these people are not aware of what we are passing through. We are paying more than necessary, Mr. President. He is out of the situation, please. All right, let's get back to you. Good morning.
No worries, thank you, Mrs. Obeza. Quickly,
Welcome.
Ekola said the president is more of an elite president than the commoner. But before now, I thought he was a grassroots person. But I kind of want to agree with him. He has changed his strategy. He's now more with the elite, believing that they will be able to deliver their area to him. The Nigerians will shock him. He should go back to 1999, the Mr. Tinubu that Nigerians know. I think all this elite, they also have one vote, just as I have one vote. But we are we have the numbers more than them. So this is strategy I don't think is the best. But that's not the reason why I called. The main reason why I called will have to do with insecurity in Buhari. Maybe because we've not seen light for almost 4 days plus. Now this is it.
What's the reason giving for the blackout?
No. The time that Mr. Fadikwe, God bless you wherever you are, sir, if you are listening to me, we love you. When he was the Oga at the top giving information, anytime we call like that, myself, Mrs. Selassie, and my brothers and others, he will immediately tell us the reason. Today, me, I don't know who I'm going to approach. And if you're expecting me to go to the office, or if you direct me to do so, maybe I'll have to. For 4 good days, no light. Now, the weather is hot. It rained briefly, small yesterday, but heat everywhere. You want to leave your windows open. For some of us, when you leave your window open, these men of the underworld, they know how to just come into your house, collect foam, collect this. You'll be sleeping, you will not know. In the morning, you wake up and be asking your children, where is my phone? Your children will be asking, Mommy, where is my charger? It's as bad as that. So therefore, people will sleep, close windows because of fear of the unknown. I better pass my neighbor, people know they feel unarmed again. Secondly, the issue of water. If I tell you how much they say 1 quart of water, you will run. People have boreholes, they cannot power it. I want to appeal to those in charge. I beg, do something before we start hearing outbreak of water related disease or heat. Abia not to go school. I say, let me bring it to the fore because you cannot be dancing for another person when your own the music there CB.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for sharing that update with us. Looking through the official channel of communication for the AEDC right now, I see that there is an apology and information to customers around the Sokale Garden, Dutse, Makaranta, Dutse, Bokuma, and some other places, including Buari and its environs, where Mrs. Amazla just called us from right now, and informing residents of those locations that there's an ongoing power outage due to a technical fault on the 33 kV Buari feeder, which is affecting supply to those areas, and they're working to ensure that power is restored in good time. This communique was issued 16 hours ago, so on the 8th of May was when it was put out there. And, we hope that in good time, power will be restored to those locations affected by the outage. And maybe some compensation. Because imagine if you are, on the band A option and you've been without power this long. I mean, you've suffered some loss, right? You should get some compensation. I'll have to work towards that as well. But thank you for that update. And fingers crossed. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Charles speaking.
Welcome, Charles. Where are you calling from? All right, go ahead. And if you can speak up, that would be great. It's hard to make out what you're saying.
Okay. Itodo promising Tinubu of Abga that him as presidential figure. It is simple. You rub my back, I rub your back. The Anambra election is approaching very soon. So this is a case of it's no longer the people that decide the electoral results. It is INEC and the presidential and presidency. They are the one that decide who comes.
This is you alleging right now, but Charles, APC has also got its own candidate in the forthcoming elections.
The candidate of APC in Anambra is not as important as a presidential election of Tinubu. So it is Tinubu cannot sacrifice the presidential support that Anambra will give him to the candidate. If he knows that the young man Itodo will deliver, he will also bring him in to work with him. This is, like I say, is caricature. You rub my back, I rub your back.
All right.
That's how much they have reduced the country.
All right.
But I want to say something.
Yes.
Until the people sit down and said, yesterday you were asking a question. How come that in all of this agitation, killing, everything going on, that there has been a kind of people speaking with various, it is this tribe against this tribe, this against, the answer. Can you go to Europe, or let's say you went to Netherlands and create a country? Can you? The answer is no. People came, Lord Lugard and his colonial friends came, created a country and gave us. And after they have left, the right thing to do is for us to see them and say, okay, these are people from diverse tribes and all that. How can we live together? Okay, in your place.
Charles, we need to let you go at some point. So in 10 seconds, I need you to wrap up.
Okay, in your place, this is what you do. This is what you do. Let's sit down and everybody's interest will be put up. But what they let is the interest of the colonial master, and they pick some people. I don't want to use some words.
All right.
Political this thing that will be ruling only for the interest of the West and the baby.
All right. Thank you very much, Charles, for sharing your thoughts right there. Good morning.
Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Welcome.
Good morning, Dikin Itodo. This is Chukwudi listening from Abia State. My man supposed to understand Obi. Nobody say Obi there against people who protest during Jonathan, the time we raise fuel price, and Obasanjo. Nobody say they against them. As those people who protest during Obasanjo and Goodluck Jonathan, say where are those people now? then they're supposed to protest because we are those people now during Buhari and Tinubu, President Tinubu now. Say, what are those people now? Nobody say in there against the protesters. As you do for KK, you still do it for Muhammad. That's how things be. If you protest one side, and be say your protest, you not carry weight, nobody. You did a propaganda protest. So if you are very clear of your protest, come out now when things are very high for you to protest also. Well done.
I can't even comment or waste my credit calling on this year program, because when Femidi and the SWAT are anchoring this money program, they at least they will allow you to, they are neutral. They are neutral, but you are not neutral. You are just partiality and politician on radio, on national radio, like Nigeria Info. You are not supposed to be in that news side.
All right, who's taking sides right now? What we do is we ask questions depending on what side you are supporting from. So there, sir, no one is supporting anyone. So be very careful how you accuse and, share your thoughts. Good morning.
Itodo. Good morning, Nigeria Info family. I remember humble self, Abubakar Ali, aka Dan Ali Babang Ali. I'm sending in this voice note from Nasarawa State. You see, a lot of us have to understand one thing. I agree that governors have a lot of influence in making whosoever they want to be the president. But this time, it's going to be a different ball game. It doesn't matter which governor endorses the president, except if what we are doing is selection, not election. If it remains election and it is the vote of the people that will deliver, forget about any governor that is endorsing Mr. President. That is that on that. And people have the right to align to whatever political party they feel. Most politicians are only concerned about how to extend their political relevance, their political mileage, how to remain relevant. That is it. So don't blame them for what they are doing. Everybody is aligning for his own personal or benefit that will come to his people. So I don't see any fault with that.
Good morning, Deacon Itodo. This is Mr. Gideon from Gwagwalada. In respect of what Soludo has said, the Southeast is not like other geopolitical zone in Nigeria, where one person decide what happened. So we the Igbos, we know whom we are going to vote in presidential election. The only way Tinubu can have our vote in the Southeast is if Obi is not contesting. Apart from Obi, we can have him as a second choice, because we are no longer going to vote any Northerners as a president come 2027. So Obi remains our first choice. Then if Obi say he's not running, then we take Tinubu as a second choice. So Soludo is speaking based on his re-election, so that Tinubu will favor him. And one thing you should know is that when it comes to Anambra election, no party can win in Anambra apart from Apuga, because Apuga have been installed there as the state party.
All right. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts right here. It is now 6:49. We're going through some of your reactions, the headlines this morning, and you can be a part of it. We've got a few more minutes to do this. Let's take some calls. You have 60 seconds as soon as you get through. Good morning.
Good morning, Itodo.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. I think that the callers are listeners. So not calling from Niger State.
Please go ahead.
Sure. I think somebody said that, Showstani said that if coalition refuses to take place, that Tinubu is going to go, we are going to re-elect Tinubu in 2027. Who are those that's going to reality? Is it people that deceive by removal of subsidy? Because if election will be hopefully and fair, even without collection, people is no more going there. And for Akwajo, encountering what people be said, I think PDP in Nigeria, if kidnapper want to kidnap, did they ask you, are you PDP or APC? The people that are killing in Benue and Plateau yesterday, did they ask them? I think you should face Nigeria and leave the party alone.
All right.
Very much.
Thank you, Donatus. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome.
This is straight to the point. The question I've been asking people is, we don't have opposition in Nigeria because if you listen to Peter anytime he talks, opposition is about having your own superior idea, superior vision, and then your track record. Anytime Peter or article talk, they are talking about the problem. There is insecurity. Nobody is presenting any superior idea. Anybody can talk about the problem. And then people are accusing Tinubu of trying to make a one-party state that is intimidating people. Angola was intimidated. He was sent to jail. He never joined the government. Even Tinubu, allocation was seized. So many things were done to Tinubu. He was even taken to court. He did not change. So if you have people who are cowards, if you have people who don't have vision, who don't have superior idea, it's just natural that they're going to follow somebody who is better than them. It's as simple as that. So as far as I'm concerned, we don't have any opposition. I have listened to Peter. There are people that are talking about the subsidy. Is there any other choice? They are removing subsidy.
All right.
And let us also understand, as far as I'm concerned, Nigeria has no opposition. We just have a gang of people who just want to take power, who don't have what to do, and who have no track record.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Let's go on to the WhatsApp platform, take some of your thoughts. Desmond in Maraba is complaining about the sound not being clear enough. Are you having the same issue as well? What he says is we can't hear things clearly anymore. Talk to the engineers. Thank you for giving that update, Desmond. Anybody else having issues hearing us clearly from their location? Can you kindly send a message to us via the WhatsApp platform 08099301337 so we can look into that and ensure that you hear us clearly anywhere it is you are in the city and beyond. Let's take this one from quite a long read from you. Can you summarize it quickly so we can take that? Let's hear from you now. Good morning. Are you there? Hello.
This is Danjuma Igu, aka Babara Isa from Sabosi. My contribution this morning is on one-party system that governors in this country they are trying to bring in this country. This is anti-people policy. When African countries got their independence, all African countries committed themselves to be liberal democracy. What this meant was that they were guided by the constitution. They also promised to be multi-party system based on open competition for power among the different groups. But to my surprise, after the 10 years of independence of Africa, remember, the anti-colonial consensus, those that fought against the colonial masters, began to decline.
The question I want to ask is, do we really have opposition in Nigeria, or what actually is the meaning of opposition? Because for me, opposition basically means people who have superior ideas, superior vision, and superior track record. And this is what you're actually showcasing and telling people that you are an alternative. But what do we have today? You understand? Each time Peter talks, each time Atiku talks, what do they say? They just say Nigeria is hungry, there's insecurity. Everybody is just talking about the problem. I'm not hearing superior ideas. I'm not hearing superior alternative or superior vision. Anybody can talk about the problem. Just pay attention. Listen to everything Peter says. He is not talking about how I'm going to... When Awolowo was doing opposition, he will give you alternative ideas. He will give you alternative vision. He will give you facts. He will give you figures. He will tell you how he's going to handle this differently. I'm not even hearing that. As far as I'm concerned, we don't have any opposition. It's just people want to enter into power. And that's why it's easy for them to follow this man, because the truth actually is none of them have a better idea.
Hello, good morning, sir. Mr. Itodo. My name is Zakaria. Good morning to the listeners and the callers as well. Mr. President said they are muzzling the economic saboteur down. Mr. President, the economic saboteur are part of the government. And that is why a lot of things are not working. and you need to do something about them. That anyone found wanting, sabotaging the economy of the country, from insecurity to this, it should be taken down. That is a very strong advice, Mr. President. Some of them are there, but they are paying allegiance to maybe the people that give them.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
Anything I want. Mama!
This is Nigeria Info.